What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about HyperLiquid today. Hype. It is the very first day of June. Here we are with about 11 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it, my friends. So here we are. Moving up, continuing to move up. Very tenacious, very consistent. A lot of volume coming in. Price continues to rise. It's awesome to see. We're using the Bybit chart here. This is the perpetuals contract, not the spot price, but whatever, same but different, right? There's a lot of volume here still. I think this chart is reliable as far as it goes. And looking at this, we have a little bit more history than we would on a lot of the spot charts anyways. So we're going to use this chart. Looking at this here from a high to a low, the high back in September of 2025 to the low that we have here in January of 2026, we're very close to this primary target zone, which is the 1618 golden ratio to the 1272 Fibonacci extension, right? These areas here, this area here is our primary target. That means you could either literally stop right there and then boom, then you're coming down to form your next high or low over the months to come, or perhaps we go somewhere in between here and there, or all the way up to the top end of this range. It's hard to say where we're going to go. But what I can say is that you've been on a very excessive run so far. To expect to see the golden ratio from here, it's not improbable. I think that it's less likely than this area here, this 95 maybe to $80 area here. It's very common with the 1414 to wick just above it and then you come back below. So just above that there, 92 bucks, it's like $95. It's right in that $100 psychological area. Psychological resistance is very powerful. It kind of becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy or a self-unfulfilling prophecy. Everybody starts to look at the price. They get the bright idea. You know, here at 74, they're like, oh, it's too high. It's too high. I'm not going to buy it here. But then at like $90, everyone's like, oh, it's going to go to $100. I can make an easy 10% here, or more than 10% even technically. I could easily do that. It's going to break above $100. And it never does. It gets close, it teases people, and then we go lower. Or maybe even people are getting the idea now that it's going to go to $100 because it's at 74. Either way, we as human beings typically wait for those magic numbers to be achieved, and that's why the smart money sells off beforehand. And here we've got this 1414 Fibonacci extension to provide resistance. It's quite possible that that's where the end of this train stops at, derails, whatever the right word would be. If we're looking at this here, in comparison to this movement here from a low to a high, let's just get this move. We put it at this low to high here. You know, it's very symmetrical with what we saw back in 2025, this rally that we had here. It's a very symmetrical movement to that move. And it would take us all the way up to this 1272, 1414 area. Again, if we were to go to the 1618, it's just that much larger. It's that much larger. And it's not that it can't be. It's not that it can't be. It's just, to me, it's less probable. Okay. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, we're going to zoom way the hell in now. Zooming way the hell in. Getting the zoomies here. Volume's coming in. It looks like we're kind of double topping, right? It looks like we're in this area where we're double topping. Hype, you know, I've been following the chart closely over the weeks. It's been very deceitful. Very deceitful. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've seen stuff like this before. You wick just above it and then boom, you rejected, came down. This seems a bit different to me. I think that this is kind of like a trap, a bear trap, or maybe even a early selling trap, right? We're likely from here about to rally up to $80. That's my expectation. I almost said 80K. $80. We're likely about to rally up to $80. And it looks like we're having a double top here, but I would expect over the coming hours, it won't be this 1 hour just pop all the way up there. It'll probably be this teasing, slow. You're going to get wicks for most of the hour, but slowly close up there, and then we're going to get to this area. Perhaps there we find resistance, and again, we could go up to that $100 zone as well. We look at the 1 hour time frame here. The 1 hour RSI is absurdly bullish. Okay, I thought we were seeing some signs of weakness here. We did have lower lows in the RSI, the lowest lows that we'd seen, but that was paired with higher lows in the price, rallying, building volume here. We're building volume as we're trying to break out here. Stochastics are coming back to the overbought zone. MACD's bullish overall. You're about to provide this to be a false cross on the red effect there, on the bearish effect. And the RSI is about to get back into the overbought zone as well. Very bullish stuff. I mean, anytime that we've seen the RSI come down here and then it gets overbought, Like right here in this moment, we saw a few hours of green here, right? Getting above these highs, pushing up a little bit higher. Here, we saw a few hours, more than a few hours of green. Very nice push there. Whenever we got overbought here after bouncing in this area, we saw a very nice push there as well. I would expect that we get a push here as well, but it depends. It depends on, I guess, this next hour. If this hour rejects here, if we close this next hour red and we reject, maybe we do reset a little bit and then we try again later. But either way, even if we move down from here to about like $71, $72, I do expect that we will see that $80 to $100 area. Likely over the coming days, if not by the end of today. It's going to happen very soon. And at that point, that'll be when it's time to pump the brakes. I mean, it might even be time to pump the brakes now. I don't know how worth it is it to invest here. It's like an 8% pump. Maybe up to $95, right? That's what I'm thinking. 20%, that's good. That's nice, you know. If we get that little extra. If you go above 100, it is possible to go above 100. $115 is a target. It's a very acceptable target. I just have reservations about that. It's about a 34% pump there. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. It's a little bit more than that. It's about a 55% pump. Anyways, I don't mind the 1 hour indicators. Point being, 4 hour time frame here. The 4 hour indicators are also hot, very hot, looking great, looking good, looking very, very good. There was something that I was seeing. Maybe I'm thinking of XLM. Let me see. Yeah, XLM I think is about to come down. Hype looking really healthy here on the 4 hour time frame. RSI is very bullish, stochastics are bullish. You do have a little bit of bearish divergence on your MACD. You can continue to move up and continue to form more bearish divergence. So just because you have it here doesn't mean you have to move down right now, but you have seen quite the move so far, right? You've seen quite the move here amidst a move overall that's very large. At any point in time, if we take a little pause before $80, maybe we do pull back to this area. You know, we find support at prior resistance here. Wouldn't that make sense? Pulling back to like $64. We could see that. That would be a higher low, more or less in this range right here. It can happen. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's not what I'm calling for. That can happen. And if it does happen, that doesn't mean that $80 is off the table. It just means it's put on pause for a moment, just for a moment. We're probably going to continue to run though. I don't think that you get this close to your 1272 without interacting with it. Overall, the 4 hour time frame is bullish as hell. There's a little bit of signs of weakness here in the MACD, but the MACD, as far as like an immediate indication goes of weakness, it's typically the least reliable. The RSI is more reliable as far as immediate indications, and I guess we do have a little bit of bearish divergence here, but yet to be confirmed. We'll see. Time will tell. Daily time frame here. The RSI is very bullish. You had your bearish divergence. You made your move down, and now you're making your move up, and there's no bearish divergence here at all. I mean, you're showing, if anything, stronger readings here than you have in a little while. Stochastics are looking very bullish, and the MACD does have bearish divergence right now, but if we continue to build, that divergence can go away. You don't need to top off with bearish divergence. Sometimes you just top off with bullish momentum, and then you come down, but it looks good overall, guys. Very, very healthy here, and I have a hard time seeing this area here, $74 being the top. So I do suspect that we will go higher, likely to that $80 to $100 area, probably not above $100 though. With the exception, technically, $115 is an acceptable target, but I'm not holding my breath over that one. Anyways, I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.